Hi everybody, Chris Titley here and welcome to Scoreboard.
This episode is powered by SwiftX, Australia's top-rated crypto exchange and proudly homegrown, just like many of the athletes and business leaders we feature on Scoreboard.
Hi, it's Chris Titley here, and on today's episode of Scoreboard, the podcast, I am joined by Benji Floros in his first ever podcast, live in person. How you feeling, Benji?
Pretty excited, Chris. Haven't done a podcast before and always got to start somewhere, so thanks for having me here today.
Mate, not a problem. Wednesday the 19th of November, 9:15 in the morning, 2025, a big year for you, Benji. How would you describe it?
It's been a massive year for me so far. Start of the year, I was playing my cricket and was just coming back from injury after getting injured in my first Shield game. And then from there, in the off-season, I was working full-time as well in a BDM role, and then ended up becoming redundant in that role, which then gave me the opportunity to focus on my cricket throughout the pre-season, and then obviously take advantage and take any opportunity that has arisen.
Professional cricketer in and out of in the last few years, but now finding your feet this year in what's been a really good start to the season, the summer for you. What's been a little bit different this year, do you think?
It's probably my drive to succeed after playing that one game last year. Coming into this season, I really wanted to prove a point that I'm not just a game guy, and I wanted to be there full time, do it, and do it for a very long time as well.
Yeah, and that taste last year, getting that cap in 2024, the level up from grade cricket. How did you find it? How did you feel? And then again this year into the Shield arena, this, you know, the feelings coming into the game about the level of cricket, particularly with some of the Aussie players playing.
Yeah, no, I was definitely nervous going into it and not really knowing what to expect. And it was a bit surreal playing with all these guys that I've known for a long time, but have always looked up to because they've been playing that high level consistently. So getting my opportunity, it was very familiar being out there with all those guys, but just learning that consistency is key. My skills were there. It was just being able to do it for a longer time. Yeah,
and going into the 2-day games at grade cricket and then the 4-day games, the mental load, the emotional energy that comes with it, being, you know, only your second game, etc. How did you go with your second game versus your first game?
Yeah, the second game was easy in the sense knowing your plan. But it was also tough being that first 4-day game of the year. Nothing can really prepare you for it. And it's very tough. Obviously, 4 days of hard cricket in hot weather up here in Brisbane. Conditions obviously change throughout those 4 days, but trying to get the load under myself, obviously not having the season or the big pre-season that everyone else has had was difficult, but definitely gave me the opportunity to stick around the squad, learn from all these older guys and the guys that are going into the international team as well.
Yeah, and just on that, obviously various forms of the game, and you're playing the 1 days, and you got 4 for recently, and it's the 50, the 20, the 10, the 5-day match, the 4-day match. Where do you sit in all of this?
It changes, that's for sure. Some days you look forward to T20, some days you don't. Some days you look forward to the 4 days, some days it can be very tough. Having the drive to succeed in every situation and be up for every opportunity is key to your success. And just being able to be adaptable to each game, because throughout the season we have a lot of games, and having 4-day games followed by 1-day cricket can be very difficult, especially after 4 days of tough cricket when you're sore, tired, 1-day break, and then straight into 50 overs. You just need to find that motivation to succeed and get yourself up.
And being a bowler in this way of the game evolving in terms of 120-metre sixes and people throwing out the idea of 12 runs and a bit more baseball style, broadly speaking, as a bowler predominantly, how are you feeling about all that?
It can be very nerve-wracking sometimes, but it just opens the opportunity for growth a lot more. You need to be able to bowl to different batters, understand the situation, and ensure that whatever plan you're going with, you stick with it 100% to have the favour in your side of the court.
Yeah,
really.
and then from a performance or a high performance point of view, are there things this year that you're doing a little bit more actively, I suppose, or in your brain? Is there something that's had a bit of a switch to say, like, this is 27 now, this is I'm hitting the form that I want, keep going?
Yeah, it's a lot of it's been motivation from my peers, and having that support behind me has really helped. 12 months ago, I was actually going to quit cricket. I was kind of done. I thought I was on the end of my career and not really being able to push into it. And then getting a call from Luke Feldman, who helped me through that stage and convinced me to keep going because he saw an opportunity for me to play professional cricket. That helped me get to where I am right now.
Wow. And just touching on that, the decision making, the thought process around quitting cricket, you would have been, 26 then?
Yeah.
And a lot of your 26-year-old mates have got jobs and doing things, etc. What was behind the scenes in that conversation, if you care to share something?
Yeah, I was working full-time at that stage, focusing on my career outside of cricket, as I have done for the last 4 years. And it was at a moment where the communication wasn't really there for me in my cricket, so I wasn't sure where I sat within teams and state cricket. So I saw an opportunity to focus on other parts of my life and grow other parts of my life, and that's kind of where I was pushing away from cricket, just because I wasn't really getting the recognition with it all.
But then the decision to come back and go, right, let's give it a crack, like the thought process behind that, the trigger, day one, what did day one look like?
Yeah, so, Luke called me and he was like, hey mate, I hear you're looking to quit, and had a nice chat with him for 20-30 minutes, and we just sort of went over a plan. He openly said, well, I see you playing professional cricket, and there were a few injuries at that time within the squad after a big preseason. He convinced me to play the following second 11 game in Melbourne at Junction Oval. It was one of the flattest pitches I've ever played on.
But for a bowler.
Bowler's graveyard, you'd say. But got a lot of overs on my belt, bowled well, and then a week later I got the call to play the Shield game in New South Wales, and from that moment it was a bit surprising. Obviously you do always look to play the top level, but to actually get that call and get the recognition that you've put in, or all the work you've put in the last 5 to 6 years, great feeling.
Yeah, and how did that call happen? How does it happen these days? You know, back in my day, you got a little letter probably in the post, and you check your post when you go to the mail, and you're like, oh, did I make the squad? Oh, a little formal letterhead, etc. What happens these days?
Yeah, no, you usually get a call from the head selector, Chris Titley.
Do you have his number on so you know it's him? Or is it
I have to now. No, Hearts is a great guy. I've known him for years now, and he'll always give you a call just to have a bit of a chat and just tell you why you're in the squad as well, not just tell you that you're in the squad. And yeah, it was a bit surprising when I saw his number pop up.
What do you think? I mean, I've known Hearts for years as well. As a former wicketkeeper against Hearts, he always stole my positions in the junior Queensland teams as a wicketkeeper, and I never forgive him, but that's okay. He's a good bloke. But the you're thinking, he's ringing me. Why is he ringing me? You're like, g'day, mate. How you going?
Yeah, I was actually really confused, if I'm being honest, because we just finished the second 11 game and he calls for your second 11 games as well.
Okay, so it's like, oh, yeah, just seeing how you go.
I thought it was just going to be a chat around the game we just played, playing going forward with red ball cricket. And then, yeah, he just said, well, yep, pack your bags, you're going to Sydney. And yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, and then also getting the opportunity to play in the One Day Cup as well, changing, back in the colour and getting out there and getting 4 for. How did you bowl that day, and what do you think about that particular performance? Yeah,
it felt really good leading into that game. Hadn't played a lot of cricket over the last month beforehand because I was just missing out on the teams, but the opportunity rose and really wanted to prove myself on the stage at that time. So the wicket wasn't really beneficial for bowlers, but took advantage and we changed our plans a little bit just to create a bit of success.
Yeah, and someone that's been in and out of the team, how do you go about thinking your role in the team, your position in the team, the bowling order, all that sort of stuff that comes into play when you're actually probably deep down feeling a fair bit of pressure to perform, to keep your spot and to contracts and things like that. But then also you've got the team performance.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not easy being on the edge all the time, especially when you're not in the squad officially. So when you get left out, you can feel like you're a lot further behind. But showing up, showing that you're committed, if you're 12th or 13th man, everyone recognises that and shows that you really want to be around the squad. And a lot of the guys in the squad are my good mates. So having chats with them, getting support from them has been really key for everything.
And Benji, with that mateship, which is what cricket's about, and the levels of having fun, how do you go about having fun at this level? Do you take it back to your club cricket days of like, this is why I'm doing it and I'm just loving every minute?
Yeah, absolutely. After I did my ACL and came back, I realised that I wasn't enjoying my cricket as much. It felt more of a chore. So when I came back, I changed club to Valley District Cricket Club. And
there's something in the war at Valleys I read the other day on Facebook. Did you see that article?
Yeah, there's a few people
there's
running
like
through the club at the moment.
Contracted players, and Hugh Wybgen and Caleb Vidler and you, and who else is there?
Tom Straker, yep. Max Bryant,
yep.
Usman Khawaja.
Big shout out to Valleys Cricket Club. Always a good rival from my club when I played at Wests, and my son's plays at Norths now. So, but Valleys, what a great club that is. They've given you a fair bit of belief, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, and they gave me the opportunity just to enjoy my cricket again. That's pretty much what I needed. And if you're enjoying whatever you do, then success comes along with it. So,
and then the goal, Benji, are you a visualizer? Do you have a goal? Is it a short-term goal? Is it a long-term goal? Or is it just, be grateful at the moment that you've got an opportunity?
Definitely grateful for what I've got and what I've had in the past, but definitely striving to achieve the highest level, which is a baggy green. You see these days, a lot of the team is that older generation, so the dream's not over. Just got to keep pushing forward for that and just doing one step at a time.
Yeah, and Jack Wildermuth came on recently and said that predominantly everyone in the squad probably has that dream, as opposed to maybe some sort of ulterior BBL or T10 motive, which happens.
Yeah.
I get it in this professional life, but it's like this particular squad seems like everyone wants to chase a baggy green.
No, absolutely. You're always looking for the baggy green, but you're going to take opportunities that rise up throughout your career, whether that's franchise cricket, state cricket, even club cricket, whatever it is. You just want to be playing cricket to prepare yourself for the next game.
And having the opportunity with some of these test players playing Shield cricket prior to this Ashes summer, how's that been in terms of training the squad, some conversations to the side a little bit about experience and about some advice?
Yeah, no, it's been unbelievable having Usman and Manas within the squad, and Ness now that he's been called into the squad. Having them in there, obviously they've been batting very well and playing very well to help the team win or present the opportunity to win. But having their expertise from what they've done over the years at the top level overseas against the best cricketers in the world has been second to none. They're heavily invested within the team when they're there. So having discussions with them at training, at games, whenever it is, just to learn, has been unbelievable for my journey so far.
Now, Lockie Hearn gave a moderate prediction when I put him on the spot around the Ashes this year and about Manas's bowling. And he reckons that Manas is a pretty good bowler, but might get a big wicket in the Ashes and surprise a few people and maybe do a celebration that goes viral or something, or lots of Instagram followers with his enthusiasm. What's your big bold prediction for the Ashes summer then?
Oh, that's a tough one. Manas getting
Ness to get five for at some point, maybe comes in the squad and
Yeah, Ness in the pink ball test would be very interesting to see. He's obviously a magician with the pink ball, so it would be awesome to see him come in, swing the ball around corners and take some poles. But I think Probably from the batting group. England are obviously coming over with a very good bowling attack, fast, hard, and going to be very aggressive throughout the series. I think Usman, on the back end of his career, he's going to have a blinder of a series, just to push the Ashes in our favour.
It reminds me when I watch Usman bat now, he just looks like that sort of the person is just so relaxed and so comfortable. It's almost like he's, at the non-strikers, then he's just like having a little stroll in the backyard. But he's like, I'm here for 8 hours. You can bowl as much as you want to me, and I'm a wall. But when I see a bad one, I'll hit it. And it's sort of like this relaxed kind of. Hoping this is the summer for him as well. I mean, but I suppose that just comes with age and perseverance and resilience.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely a calm, collected player and person in general.
No rush.
No, not at all. He knows his game very well. He's done it for years, and it's obviously changed a lot over the time.
Yeah.
He knows he's not getting any younger, and he's very comfortable with where he's at the moment, not just in cricket, but in life as well. So seeing that and seeing what he's done with himself to succeed at the highest level, it's something you look up to.
Yeah, and then when it comes to batters like Usman and you're bowling to batters of world-class calibre in Sheffield Shield and one-day games, etc., how much research do you do? And then when that research comes to play, does it come into fruition? Are there lots of different sort of data points, etc., or are you just like, I'll work it out because, I'm a pretty good bowler?
You definitely do your research just to get a bit of an idea, but falling onto these guys that have played a lot of the players previously, that's where you're going to get your knowledge, really. They know their game inside out, and they look for other people's weaknesses as well, especially the batting group. They always look at other batters a lot more, same as bowlers look at bowlers a lot more. So falling onto them, getting an idea around what you need for a plan is what I would say is the best way.
Yeah, and mate, you're 6 years into Brizzy. How have you found it?
Absolutely love it. Moving up from Canberra, it was a bit daunting to say, but having Jason up here, my eldest brother, and Matt as well, made it a lot easier to settle in, really, and played cricket interstate before, so have a lot of friends up here, which made it easy for the transition, but absolutely love it. Definitely couldn't move away from the warm weather.
It's got a mixture of, Hayden's from Bowral and Lockie's from Sydney, Mossman, and you're from Canberra. Like it's a pretty sort of diverse mix of a Queensland team as a Shield squad. Lockie was talking about this group feels like there's something special there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A lot of the guys are from interstate, and they've probably been on the edge of their state teams previously. And coming to Queensland has been an opportunity for them to progress their career and achieve the highest level or play at the highest level. So for them to come here, there's a lot of drive and commitment that they're putting in. So yeah, everyone's on board. The whole squad is a different feeling. It's a feeling that we can do it this year.
Yeah, and then from your own individual point of view in terms of skills and performance and mental strength as well, but what are you focusing on you to get better at? Is it split between bowling, fielding and batting, or is it let's just focus on this and work on the other areas progressively?
No, absolutely. You need to improve your game all around, especially these days with how cricket is going. You want to be that all-rounder that can bat, bowl, field, whatever opportunity presents himself, you need to be able to step up to the plate. So for myself, obviously a bowler, but trying to improve my batting is key. I want to bat higher, be successful in a higher position as well, just to be that full package.
Yeah, and you've seen like Michael Neser and Xavier Bartlett coming through in terms of that, the long tail, and the long tail is so important compared to other teams that may not have that short tail, like 7 down. We've got him here, 7 down. Oh no, this guy's already got a Shield 100 or something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You see it all the time, guys, or the teams with long batting orders, they can stick around and annoy the hell out of your bowling.
I think you stuck around recently, didn't you? You got 26 or something? Or
against Tassie, yeah, hit a few runs. It was nice to get out into the middle and bat a bit with Swepo. So, it just creates a momentum into your bowling, really. Like if you can string on that extra 40, 50 runs, annoy the batters because they're preparing to bat against you, it can change the game so quickly.
particularly if you're the opening batters in first slip, just mentally preparing, and then they're chasing balls or they're chasing or whatever it might be. They're in gully, and you're like, oh, another 4. You're like, oh, I just want to go out and bat right now. And the mental exhaustion, and they might have to bat just before lunch, and all these things going through their head.
Yeah, exactly right.
Benji, I asked my guests this around their scoreboard moment, which is a moment in your life which is quite pivotal. And then from that moment, life changed. I'm curious to know what your scoreboard moment is.
Yeah, my scoreboard moment would be not getting picked for the under-19s ACT team. I was 18 at the time, just started bowling pace. Paces were up, bowling well, had a great season. And then when I didn't get picked for the team, I was a bit disappointed, to say the least. And that kind of gave me drive to, okay, I want to prove everyone wrong, really. The people that didn't pick me, the people that didn't believe in me, this is my opportunity to show them what I'm capable of. And from there, had another great year in Canberra, played my second 11 debut at the end of the season. And then from there, it was either move to Sydney, which is what a lot of the guys were doing from Canberra, because that was the only pathway for them. But I went on a different path and came up to Queensland and went with that opportunity instead.
Mate, and don't look back, right? You know, now you've been picked in the Prime Minister's 11. Congratulations on that. Must be something that was quite special to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Growing up in Canberra, there's not a lot of international cricket that comes that way. So the PM's 11, every single year it came, you would go watch it. You would see all these guys playing at the top of the level, and that would inspire you to be there one day. So going home, it's going to be pretty unreal. Everyone's already flicking through messages asking for tickets.
9 days to go, I think it is. So, good luck with that, and hope it all goes well. We'll get the podcast out before that. So, and then when you get FIFA and get shoved in the test squad, this is a good score for me in the first podcast. But we do have a sponsor in Scoreboard, and that is SwiftX, and they are Australia's most trusted cryptocurrency platform with over 1.2 million users in Australia and New Zealand. As part of their new campaign, Where Can Crypto Take You?, we run a little segment called the Bucket List, and this is a sporting event that you haven't attended live thus far, Benji, that you would love to attend.
AFL Grand Final, without a doubt.
It's a massive bucket list. So I've done it once as a Lions fan, lost by 4 to Collingwood in 23, but with my son, it was just epic. An epic game.
Yeah, no, absolutely would love to go to the AFL Grand Final. A couple of years ago when Swans and Lions were playing, my brother Jason got a ticket last minute and flew down by himself to watch it. I couldn't go, unfortunately, because I was playing cricket, but he said the experience was just incredible.
It's just it's an unbelievable day per se. I think we got up at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock and just did something all the time until we ran out of things to do. It was a bit like going to New York.
And Benji, we've got another sponsor in PocketSmith. PocketSmith is the personal finance app for the household CFO, the one keeping the budget in check, paying the bills and kicking goals. Over 80,000 Aussies use PocketSmith to track their spending, see their net worth and plan ahead. And today I'm wearing their T-shirt. Benji, I am curious, are you the CFO of your household? Do you budget?
Absolutely, I budget. Money is obviously pretty key to life, and knowing what you're spending, when you're spending it, and where it's going is very important. So having a budget to follow for yourself and for your goals is very important.
Mate, brilliant. Check out PocketSmith. I'm a user. Categorization, too many coffees, too many Netflix subscriptions, things like that. Anyway, lots of alerts that bump up and down. So, Chris, stop drinking coffee. No. But Benji, also ask our guests about their favourite all-time sporting moment. And I preface this to say that it doesn't include yourself.
No, it does not include myself. It was actually in 2018, the AFL Grand Final between Collingwood and West Coast. It was
a close one, I remember.
Yeah, it was a very close one. I was sitting in Phuket with my brother and cousin at the time watching the grand final, and I just remember seeing everyone heckle each other. I'm a Swan supporter, so didn't really care who won, but it was pretty spectacular to see it go down to the wire like that.
Mate, it was a great game, and there's been some great finals. The last few years have been a couple of blowouts, and full credit to the Brisbane Lions for winning those big margins, but when the ones that come down to the wire in the last season, a bit like that Shield game in Perth the other day, came down to the wire, and it just makes sport all worthwhile. Now, one final question around your piece of advice to someone. You're 27, you're hitting some good straps, you're really firing on all levels. It's been a really hard toil, but you're getting there now. But some advice to maybe a 15-year-old out there that looks up and sees their idols and said, I want to play cricket for Queensland, New South Wales, and I want to play cricket for Australia?
Yeah, don't give up on your dreams. You can never know how close you're going to be until you actually get there. And when you get there, the feeling of success and all the hard work that you've been through, nothing compares to it. So keep pushing, ask questions, learn, and try and improve as much as possible.
On that fantastic note, Benji Floros, thank you so much for being on Scoreboard, the podcast today. Really do appreciate it. Congratulations on getting your first podcast out of the way. It was excellent. I wish you all the best for the upcoming PM's game and also the upcoming summer of cricket. Looking forward to supporting where I can.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.